Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah, Kohaloimla, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwap that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Awap just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. This is U.S. news. It says couple killed in grizzly bear attack in Canada's Banff National Park. And, you know, just seeing this, this got Edomites written all over it. Edomites. And that's the biblical name for the so-called white man. That's their biblical nationality. They're not white. No one looks like a, glass of milk. No one looks like the clouds in the sky or like snow. They're just not white. They're pinkish to reddish in color. And those attributes or indications are given in the book of Genesis as to who they are. And it also says that they will be a cunning hunter. You know, that they will be a man of the field, cunning hunters. And, they were gifted with the fatness of the land, the fatness of the earth. So this is the reason why they go out and they travel into these places and just feel like they can just make trails and walk through, grizzly bear territories and, swim with sharks and, do all these different things that, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are just not into. We're not doing any of that. The scripture says that Jacob was a plain man. And like I said again, if you were to, do a multiple choice, and you think to yourself like, A, Chinese people, B, Japanese people, C, white people, you're more likely going to think this is white people. Just like how you would think it would be. Come on, man. Come on, man. The average person is not out in no goddamn woods. I mean, I'm talking about Jake, just so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're not into stuff like that. We're not into, scuba diving and shit. We're not into bungee jumping and, climbing high-ass mountains and, just going into space. We're plain men. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. We're just a plain people, man. We just, like plain stuff. Let's lock you. Pull up this blue letter. See, Esau was a cunning, he still is a cunning hunter. You can walk through your local Walmart and just go to the hunting section and see how Esau get down. I'm talking about just Walmart. We ain't gonna even talk about on a large scale of how he hunts. This man hunts people. He hunts and he hunts and traps people, man. He traps them, man. On so many levels he traps people, man. Let me see how it's worded. Yep, Genesis 25 and 27. Matter of fact, let's go all the way in here to get a little bit more. Because it says Esau sells his birthright. Yeah, let's just start there. Verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. See? And let's get it in the New Living Translation. It says, as the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter. He was an outdoorsman, but Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. And that's the two spirits, basically, the two separate spirits, because in this, it says that two manner of people will be separated from her womb, right? Let's see. Let me just start at verse. Let's get a little more context. Genesis 25 and 22. It says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So this is going off into the twins of Esau and Jacob. And this is Rebecca. She's like, why am I going through all these struggles with these twins? Because she was barren, and it should have been a happy situation with her being pregnant and, her going through her pregnancy. And she probably didn't even know that there were two. I don't think that she knew until it was said to her, that there are two actual people in your stomach. There's two nations that are in your stomach, which is going to go on to say. It says, and Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. That's Esau, because he's actually red. He's not white. This man is not walking around out here looking like a glass of milk, man. This man is red. Pay attention. I mean, you just, come on, man. No one is actually out here looking like snow, man. Come on. Anyway, it says, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was Jacob. And Jacob's name goes off into, supplanter, but his name was changed to Israel, which is Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew tongue, which means that he is a prince of the power. And he had 12 sons. And you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you come from one of those 12 sons. Esau, he comes from Abraham, Isaac, and the white race, the so-called white race. And again, we say so-called because they're not white. They're actually pinkish to reddish in color. They actually come from Esau. That's their biblical name. That's their biblical forefather. Edomites. They also have a secondary name, Edomites, which goes off into that word red as well. It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. See? And that's the point right there, because when you look at the Nature Channel, or if you look at any of these channels where they're talking about animals and things of that nature, it's Esau that's out there. He's the one that's out there tagging animals. He's the one that's putting, GPSs on damn sea turtles and, bears and eagles and whatever the hell else they can catch. He's the one that has a zoo everywhere, man. He's the one that's not afraid to run up on a damn lion or a tiger or a bear. Oh my. He's the one. He captures them. He uses his sword actually to, tranquilize them. He shoots that tranquilizer into those animals. He puts them to sleep. He has actually perfected just the amount of tranquilizer serum that you need to knock out a bear or an elephant or a tiger or a lion or a damn shark or whatever, a whale. This man, he has weaponized everything. So he can inject that animal with that tranquilizer, put him to sleep for about 2 or 3 hours, just enough time to get him to the transporting area, put his ass on a train, they'll put him on a plane, and they'll transport these animals to zoos and have them sitting in these damn zoos looking, all depressed, man, until their whole life goes away. And then they'll get on the news and get to talking about, yeah, baby panda just was born at the Seattle Zoo, and they're naming her this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, as if it's some happy and joyous moment about some new animal being born into their zoo. Then charge people these astronomical fees to go to the damn zoo to see these animals. Come on, man. Anyway, that's just an example of Esau being a cunning hunter, man. He will go out into these woods. So-called black, look, there are so-called black people that will go out and hunt, but they're hunting for food. This man will go out and hunt for lions. He literally goes out and hunt for animals for sport, man. Kills the damn animal, have a damn bear rug laid out in front of his fireplace, a lion or a cheetah rug laid out. He'll have a damn head on the wall. So you're not gonna, you got to put the pieces together. This is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Because you're not going to, when was the last time you heard of some black people being mauled up by a bear? Now, I'm not saying that it has never happened, but that's rare. When you think of bear mauling, bear killing, you're thinking of so-called white people immediately. Just like if, you think of them, as soon as you hear of school shooting, the first people that pop into your mind is them. Why? Because they are expert with the sword. They are associated with the sword. And that sword today is the modern day gun. Right? So let's go into some of this story. Boy, I tell you. A grizzly bear attacked and killed 2 people and their dog. Come on now. That's Esau written all over. And their dog. The dog too. Come on. Parks Canada said in a statement on Saturday night it had received an alert late Friday from a GPS device indicating a bear attack in Red Deer River Valley west of Yaha Tender Ranch in Banff National Park. The bear was later euthanized. Of course they're going to kill the bear. You killing the bear. The bear just in his area doing what he's supposed to do. Here you go. These fucking humans are just out of nowhere with their dog walking along. You know, with that stupid ass hat on. Them silly ass shoes with that walking stick. You already know how they get now. Come on. Come on, man. The bear was later euthanized after it displayed aggressive behavior. Oh, yeah? Come on, man. The victims were a Canadian couple and their dog, according to H.I.M, Tanicher, the founder of the Bear Safety and More, and also a friend of the family. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So you didn't have no, you didn't give him the advice to stand the fuck from out there? You're the founder of the Bear Safety and More. Come on, bro. Practitioner who provides training on bear safety and bear assessments. Oxymoron. This was a friend. You was a friend. They was a friend of you. These were your friends. Come on. Who provides training on bear safety and bear assessments said such encounters are increasing as more people head outdoors, but fatal attacks are extremely rare. It's really just the reason why we're seeing more attacks, which is more people heading outdoors and unfortunately not being educated on this. No, it's the Lord, man. You know, showing the world that everything is tired of you people, man. Nothing will survive if you people continue to rule, man. Nothing likes you people. There's a scripture that even talks about the trees, man, being happy when y'all asses is taken out of power. Y'all cut down all the fucking trees, you know. You go everywhere and you disturb these animals places, making goddamn golf courses and putting up townhouses and building your damn mansions and whatever. And then all of a sudden when the bear tracks back that way or a wild animal tracks back that way, you know, now all of a sudden they need to be euthanized to save you when you shouldn't even be there to begin with. Anyway. She said by telephone, adding that only 14% of grizzly bear attacks worldwide lead to fatalities. Yeah. Bear sightings increase during autumn as they become more active searching for food ahead of hibernating in cold winter months. Okay, so y'all know that. So it's that time of the year. So what the fuck are you doing out there? Probably looking at you like you food. Banff National Park, which attracts more than 4 million tourists every year. There you go. It's home to both grizzly and black bears. Incredible. But you know who this is, man. We already know this Esau. There are about 60 grizzly bears in Banff National Park and are considered to be threatened population in Alberta. Okay, so now you just killed one. Now y'all down to 59 and they're endangered. The bear seemed aggressive. What, he wasn't letting you get to the rest of the rest of the body? You know, they wasn't letting you get to the rest of the dog that was left? Come on, man. Well, you should just be blocking it all off like, hey, look, man, this is wooded area. You know, there's other places to go and do your thing at, you know. Come on, man. I would like to be warned that there's fucking grizzly bears. I'm not going to nowhere where there's a warning where I see grizzly bears or black bears there. I see that sign, bro. All I need to hear about is that. I just need to hear. That's all I need to do is hear about it. I'm not going, man. And I think I speak for probably 100% of so-called Negroes. We're not going to chill with no bears. We're not walking through no place where a bear could pop out on us, and especially those mother bears. Matter of fact, there's a scripture. Let's go off into Slovakia. That mother bear is vicious, man, when it comes to them cubs. So here you go. You just just walking through the fucking woods. I'm trying to think how it's worded. Let me see. Dang, how is it worded? Salakia. Let me just put in Cubs real. Nothing's showing up here. Yeah, Proverbs. It's two examples. This is 2 Samuel 17 and 8. This is going off into David when basically, his son was trying to take over the kingdom, and David and his men were basically, on the run. And this was, basically something that was being said of David and his men, because, David and his men, they were powerful warriors. But it says, for said Hushai, thou knowest thy father and his men, that they be mighty men, and they be shaft in their mind, which means that they were basically angry at the point. Like, they pissed off right now. You really don't want to deal with them. It says, and they be shaft in their minds as a bear robbed of her whelps in the field. And why is it comparing it to a bear, a mother bear robbed of her cubs? Because they understand that, hey, you see a woman bear or a female bear, and you come anywhere near any close vicinity of those cubs, man, she gonna run your ass down. You can be 300 yards from her. She gonna run your ass down because she's looking at you like you are a threat. Now, they're not saying that that's what happened in this particular situation. They didn't mention any cubs. But if there was some cubs, you know what I'm saying? They didn't kill the damn mama. Anyway, here's another one. Proverbs 17 and 12. Let her bear robbed of her whelps meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. That just lets you know how incredibly, stay away from fools. Because that's crazy that the scriptures is saying that you would rather meet a bear robbed of her cubs than to run into a goddamn fool, man. So stay away from fools, man. Anyway, but that bear situation is a serious situation. Then you also had another situation where, let me see if I can find that as well, where they was messing with the prophet, and them kids. They was, let me see if I can find it. Yep, right here, 2 Kings. Elisha, man, he prayed for the Lord to curse them kids, man. 2 Kings 2 and 23, it says, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and tear 42 children of them. See that? 2 she-bears. So them bears, man, they can be pretty damn vicious, man. And they're big animals, man. Those are enormous animals. You just out walking along, you know a lot of those so-called white people, when they be in the nature and shit like that, they be frail as hell. Generally, it'd be a bunch of goddamn elderly people, but it'd be, younger people too. They just walking around out there, the majority of them probably vegans. They don't weigh nothing. And here you go, you out here walking around, don't know if there's a 1,000-pound bear on your ass. Come on, bro. Just stupidity. That's a fool right there. That's a fool right there. You see what I'm saying? Don't let nobody talk. Oh, yeah, we're just going out for a nature walk. Nah. We're not going on no nature walk with no fucking bears. I'll take my chances walking through one of these rough-ass cities, man, in America. Just walking through one of you might as well be walking through the hood, man. Come on, bro. Anyway, let's see what else they had on it. Parks of Canada said its rescue team had to travel by ground through the night to the location as weather conditions at the time do not allow for helicopter use. There you have it. So they way off in there. The response team arrived on site during the early hours of Saturday, where they discovered 2 deceased individuals An area closure around Red Deer and Panther Valleys has been implemented and will remain in place until further notice. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm assuming that the Bear GPS, right, had to have been something that maybe they had on them. Almost like one of those, you see those commercials where the so-called white lady talking about I'm falling and I can't get up. She's got one of those things around her neck. She hits that button or it's on her wrist, because I'm trying to think like how in the hell do you know that there's a bear in the area? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, look, man, the Lord is not playing no games. And the scripture says to tempt not the Lord thy God. You're not supposed to be that. That's tempting the Lord. There's warnings all over the place, warnings all over the area. It's fall season. These bears are going to be out here hunting. They're going to be going into hibernation soon. So they're going to be getting, eating as much as they possibly can. And here you go. You just out and about. Da, 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 da. Let's see, though. Hey, what's going on with it? I don't know. Ain't no telling when they going to do it. Okay. Alrighty. That's a lock of you. Yeah, it's the neighbor. I'm talking about, they done some new sidewalks over here, but they tore up our lawn, tore up our yards. And it's been, some time now, and I knew it. I figured it because that's Esau. Had it been so-called white people neighborhoods, they would have done all that shit one day, because they're supposed to come in and put down grass seed and get up all the debris and all the shit that they done left behind. But, of course, it's been, some time now, so who knows? Anyway, Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So, and that's pretty much what it is, man. The Lord, he created spirits for vengeance. He sent those spirits forth when people basically they disobey, basically, it comes to a point of them tempting the Lord. Because that's like a temptation of, I'm just going to go out here and I'm just going to, just go for a walk. All these fucking places you can go walk at. They have actual parks for that. You want to get out now, but we want to see a different scenery. Look, man, it's trees, flowers, bumblebees and shit. The ones that's left. All that stuff is around. And especially, see, these so-called white people, they travel to these places. And it's plenty. I've been over in that area of Canada. Hell, all of Canada is nothing pretty much overall but woods. Don't get me wrong, because them bears, they'll hang out in your yard. I've seen them, you know what I'm saying, just traveling through there. But I mean, me personally, that's not an area where I'm just going to be posted up chilling at. I'm not trying to live around no shit like that, man. But that's Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? Because they're privileged. This is, they even think that they're the fatness of the earth, they're above the animals as well. They just think that they're above every goddamn thing, man. And we don't feel sorry for, when things like this happen, man. We put the word out that the Lord is it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Put it that way. Come on, man. Here you go. These people will go to places where they know it's sharks at and surf and get in the water and shit. Be swimming. Be, just out there until something snatched their asses. Now it's all screams. Then you want to kill the animal, but your stupid ass went around the animal. They all out in the damn jungles, with fucking binoculars. But no, binoculars is not enough. They got to get, you see them sometimes, they be riding through, like Yellowstone Park and all this stuff like that. And they want to jump out of the car and take a damn selfie with a bison or a big ass elk or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's Esau. They can never have enough. They can't zoom in with their camera and take a picture from the car. They got to get out of their fucking car, stand next to the animal, stroking it and shit like it's some goddamn pet of theirs. You know what I'm saying? And one picture is not enough. If they can get one picture, that's not enough. Oh no, we got it. You get one too, Susie. Come on, everybody, let's get a group. Come on, man. Hanging all off of fucking cliffs. These people taking selfies on top of buildings and shit, hanging off the edge. You know, it's just that social media hookup too as well. But I'm pretty certain these right here were probably more than likely elderly people out walking with Toto. Out here walking with Lassie and shit. And got that business, man, from this goddamn Grizzly instead of who? Come on, man. You know it's the season for him to be hunting and stuff too. Ah, come on, man. Nah. Jake not doing nothing like that. That's how we know that this is Esau. Another lesson on who Esau is, basically. And also that the Lord, you know, uses spirits for vengeance, man. So, hey, I just wanted to touch on that, man. Just know that the so-called white man, this is him. His biblical name is Esau Edom, and he's being pointed out for being who he really is, man. All that whiteness, all that, oh, you know, these different names he's hiding under. I'm Russian, I'm Ukrainian, I'm German, I'm Italian, I'm Grecian. Nah. All y'all asses is Edomites. All these different names, no. Here you go, this man out here been using colors as nationalities for centuries now. No, you're not white people. You are Edomites. That's your biblical nationality. So I just wanted to just touch on that, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying. With that, Kwam Yashala.